The years 2016 and 2017 were the years when I decided that I am not going to watch any YouTube videos and movies any longer. Instead, I will spend most of my time in reading books and practicing spirituality every day. These years went so well that I was breaking my own records. At one point of time, I was reading 200 pages every single day for few months. I break my own record of reading 72 books a year. I was reading everything on which I am putting my hands on. I read every bestseller book on health, personal development, literature, spirituality, so on and so forth. Then came the year 2018 when I decided to opt for English literature for my further studies. Within a few months of time, I understood that I cannot make so much easy connections between history and different ages of British literature. And at that time, I decided to watch movies and documentaries in my free time. So whenever I was free from my studies, I directly open my laptop and start playing movies and documentaries based on English literature. So in this video, I am going to share with you 9 Netflix series that is going to help you develop the required knowledge to crack UGC NET examination in English literature. I want to suggest if you are watching these Netflix series or documentaries, then you should able to watch them as if you are listening to a lecture. If you are going to watch these Netflix series as if you are listening to a lecture, you will be able to digest more information in less amount of time. So keep this in mind, and now without wasting much of your time, let's begin this video. The first Netflix series I recommend you to watch on Netflix is World War II in color. This series is spread over 14 documentaries and each documentary is of 50 minutes long. This Netflix series is going to help you a lot in understanding the postmodern age. You will also be able to understand world literature easily. Most of the writers in postmodern age or world literature has written novels with the backdrop of World War I and World War II. The surprising fact about the students is that most students do not know what is alliance, what is Axis power, who is Mussolini, who is Stalin, and why everyone was against Hitler. So if you are not able to understand what is World War I or World War II, you cannot build connections in the ages like modernism and postmodernism. So this Netflix series is going to take you to the complete tour of what had happened in the World War II. The next Netflix series I highly recommend you to watch is Amend, The Fight of America. In this series you will get to know about the US Constituent's 14th Amendment. Here you will find a lot of American writers taking part in the movement to abolish slavery. You will find the appearance of Harriet Beecher Stowe, Malcolm X, and events such as the American Civil War of 1861 between the northern and southern states, and which was ended with the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. A lot of your doubts regarding the American history will be cleared after watching this Netflix series. Moving forward, the third Netflix series I recommend you to watch is The Genius of the Modern World. The series is divided into 3 documentaries which talk about the 3 personalities, Karl Marx, Friedrich Nietzsche, and Sigmund Freud. This series will help you a lot in building an understanding of the subject literary theory. It will hardly take 3 to 4 hours of your time to complete watching this Netflix series. So without wasting much of your time, open the application and start watching it. Another important Netflix series that you cannot afford to miss is The Genius of the Ancient World. This Netflix series is same as The Genius of the Modern World. However, the personality talked here are Buddha, Socrates, and Confucius. All of these 3 giants are important from the NET perspective, and it is also expected from an English literature student to know about the founding figure of the prominent thought in the society. Moreover, Socrates is a part of literary criticism, and many of the texts is inspired from the Buddhism. The texts like Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse or Hullabaloo in the Guava Orchard by Kiran Desai. These novels have elements of spirituality and Buddhism. I have read the actual text of both of these novels. If you do want to read these novels, you can simply check out the link in the description below. These novels are not so much long, and the language of these novels are too easy for you to understand. So you can order these books right away and start reading. Check the link in the description below for the latest editions. Now let's move on to our 5th important Netflix series, which is Vikings. The series Vikings is set in Anglo-Saxon age. It's a good news for the Hindi language viewers. The series is especially dubbed in Hindi language for the Indian audience. After watching this series, you will never forget anything from Anglo-Saxon age. You will come to know about the different kingdoms in Britain, which is Northumbria, Mercia, Kent, and West Saxon. You will also learn about the life and times of how Vikings used to live in these 6 seasons. Though these 6 seasons is going to consume a lot of your time, but if you are like me, you can binge watch all these episodes within a week. Watching movies is a passive activity. It does not require any active skills. You just have to lay down on your back and start watching them. You can watch the movies or documentaries, double the amount of your reading or studying habit. Moreover, when you read or study something, you only absorb 10% of your information. But as you watch something on television or internet or YouTube, you are able to digest 60% of the information presented. So watching movies or documentaries can be a smart work. So now let's come on to our sixth important Netflix series that you cannot skip if you want to understand psychoanalysis. The founding figure of psychoanalysis is Sigmund Freud, and the Netflix series which I am going to recommend now is also based on Sigmund Freud. The movements like Dadaism or Surrealism is inspired by Sigmund Freud. So this Netflix series will be worth of every second of your time. The title of this series is Dr. Freud. I'm sure you are going to love this movie from the beginning and you are going to watch this movie to the end within a few days. So now let's talk about the recent Netflix series which is based on the novel The Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Many times you will find questions from this dystopian work. Even in the recent state eligibility test, there was a question that who said the words Brave New World in The Tempest. The answer to that question was Miranda. The same question you can even find in your previous year UGC NET question paper. A great way to study the novel Brave New World in depth is by watching this Netflix series. It will consume 5 to 6 hours of your time, but I'm sure after watching this Netflix series, you will fall in love with dystopian literature. So now moving forward, our 8th Netflix series is based on the novel A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth. This series is slow, yet one of the beautiful movies that you will ever watch. The original novel by Vikram Seth has around 1500 pages. It is difficult to read a 1500 pages long novel. This book, A Suitable Boy, is also one of the largest novels that has ever been produced in English literature in a single volume. So I recommend you to watch this Netflix series rather than reading a novel of 1500 pages long. The story is about a young girl, Lata, who is a 19 years old English literature student. Her mother, Mrs. Rupa Mehra, is trying to find a suitable boy for her marriage. This novel also satirizes the first post-independence national election of 1952. So don't miss out onto this amazing Netflix series. Our 9th and last Netflix series is based on a novel by Mary Shelley. The famous work is titled as Frankenstein, but the title of this Netflix series is the Frankenstein Chronicles. The episodes are not entirely the same as what we read in the novel, but it is quite interesting to see the direction given by the director. You will find the authors like Mary Shelley and William Blake in this series. The works of William Blake is amazingly connected with the Chronicles of the Frankenstein. So don't miss out on watching this remarkable piece of creativity. And with this, we have to come to the end of this video. I hope you found the video worth your time. If you are new to this channel and have not subscribed to this channel yet, then don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates on English literature. So that's it for this video. Thank you.